Hey friends, and welcome back to Lemon Tree Corner for the last episode of Christmas in July. So I just want to give you guys a huge thank you for coming out and watching all these videos. It's been really fun to kind of take a pause from all the bag making and share these ideas with you. Hopefully you've gotten at least one that you're going to try for your holiday gift giving, gift making. So let's take a look at the last week. First off, we're going to start with the Lavender Sachets. I have sold them all. I thought I had one in my underwear drawer, but I can't find it. So I'll put a picture up here of what these look like. These are super fast and easy. So we're going to take all of our scraps that we have from the other projects we've done, and we basically just need 3 3/4 inch square. So we're going to go through all our scraps and see if we have that. I think these ones turned out to be 4 inches, so that's perfect. Yeah, and just go through these and see what we have. And once we cut out our holiday bags, we'll also have a bunch of these left to make some holiday sachets for the craft fair I'm doing in November. So that'll be fun. And then we are going to break out our holiday bag once again, our winter project bag, with all of our yarn. And we are going to do the last crochet projects. So I've got the Christmas tree and the snowflake that we're going to try making. These would be great as a garland as well, or they'd even be good as little tie-ons to presents. So there's another idea. Other than that, I think next week we're just gonna clear some stuff up. So if you have any questions for me, I'm gonna put a call out for some questions for a Q&A for next week. Haven't really done one of those, and I've got a ton of new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing and coming along. And I would love to answer some questions that you all have. So go ahead and pop some comments, pop some questions down in the comments for me, and I'll also post on Instagram asking for questions as well. So anything you want to ask me, go ahead and ask me, and we'll answer the questions as we're catching up on all those makeup bags, the piggies. I've got the other Harrelson bag, so we're just gonna kind of play catch up next week and get through some stuff so that we can start officially on all the new bags that we're going to be making for the craft fairs. So if that sounds like a good time to you, go ahead and grab a water or a cool beverage, curl up, and let's make some ornaments. Okay, we are back. We are going to try our hand at the crochet snowflakes and the crochet Christmas tree. I think I'm going to start with the Christmas tree. We've got our bag of yarn. I've got a lot of green, so let's start with that. 4mm crochet hook. Let's see what I have. We've got a 3.75. Let's just go for the 5, shall we? Oh, and I chopped off my hair. I decided it was looking pretty weird, so I decided to go full summer and chop it off. Okay, there is also a video with this. I will probably just follow along with the video, to be honest. But I do have the printed pattern here. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go to the blog post and I will just make my own. I'll copy the instructions into Word. Obviously, if they have a printable PDF that you can download, that would be a nice way to support the people doing this. I have a whole playlist of crochet videos. Problem is I have so many of them in the playlist that it kind of takes forever to find the right one. Okay, so this is by Desert Bloom Crafts.
See, it's starting to curve in a bit.
Okay, I don't think I like this at all. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this as even as I would like it. Plus, I don't have any brown to make the tree trunk with. So, I don't know that we're going to be doing any of these. I'm obviously not using the right hook. This hook is kind of small. I don't think the 4mm would be great. Oh my god, this is just... I'm not pulling up enough. I'm a very tight crocheter, so the fact that this is trying to be loose is really hard for me, even pulling up the stitches. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and complete it for you. This is how much I love you. I'm going to go ahead and complete it, even though it looks like crap. So I have put my Hawaiian blanket, my quilt, back on the bed, which is really nice to see. Yeah, it was a big undertaking, but I'm glad I've done it. I would like to do another quilt in future, just don't know when I would have time for that. This one was easy because they were basically charm squares, although I still had to cut all the squares myself. I really liked how easy it was to put together. Yeah, it's a very squat tree, and without the... That's so squat. That's a lot squatter than hers is. How funny. Hers is nice and elongated and tall. Mine's very much an isosceles triangle. This does not look clean to me at all. I don't know if you can see it. I don't like this at all. I'm going to keep it whole just for the end here so we can take a look at them. Now we do have the other snowflakes, so maybe I'll try both snowflakes. Otherwise, this can be a very short video. Okay, let's try snowflake number 1. Is Hooked by Robin, who's always pretty consistently good patterns. So now I have that other yarn that I just bought at Joann's that I'm gonna use for these as well. But we will start with our pearly white, our sparkly white. The lady who cut my hair put some product in there, and it smells very masculine. I don't know what it is in there. There's some sort of herbaceousness going on, and I'm like, I just could be smelling it all day. Okay, so let's find the video for this one.
And keep repeating.
Be right below. 15 minute
Snowflake motifs. Now these
snowflake.
snowflake motifs. Now these little motifs are great. You can attach them.
Summer's long gone, baby. The first snow is about to fall.
And there we have it. It's like big and floppy. She didn't say anything about starching it or anything. So I'm gonna get the other yarn that we got, and I'm gonna try this again in the correct hook size, which should be 4mm for this yarn. And we'll see. It's kind of pretty. It looks very doily-esque. It's just a lot bigger than I thought it would be, but that's probably because of my hook size. And then we made a little loop so that it can hang. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's turn on the lights too, because it's kind of dark. It is that time again. So since my husband is gone, I had him set up the folding table in the office because that's the only space I can use. And we are gonna try and lay out at least 2 at a time the shawls and scarves that we have to wash and block.
Waiting for what's to come. We gather round the chimney, sitting close to keep us warm. The mistletoe is hanging at the door. Christmas is the time to set your mind and spirit free. Everybody smiling while we decorate the tree.
We have switched back over to the Hawaiian blanket, the quilt. So I'm going to go get the other one, and then we are going to work this out. So I feel like this is the one I really need to block, the crescent shawl. The other one, I really just wanted to wash it. But this one, I feel like we should probably block it.
Could I wish for you to spend Christmas here with me?
I think to save space, I'm just going to do this in half. I don't really have enough blocking boards or space to do this any longer than that. So we'll get our blockers out here. As long as I line it up correctly, it should be the same arc.
Tell me, can you feel it? There is loving in the air. No more feeling lonely or in despair. We give out the presents, they keep coming back for more. No one should be sad or left alone. Nothing matters more than being here with you.
Okay, so we're going to try this again, the Snowflake. I picked up this beautiful yarn when I was at Joann's. It's Big Twist Fleck in the colorway Ice Cream Cake. So it's acrylic, polyamide, and linen, which is an interesting combination. We also picked up this beauty, which is Big Twist Party, and it's 100% acrylic. And this is in the colorway Jelly Beans. So I want to try the snowflakes in both of these. And I've found a 4mm hook. So I'm going to try that and compare snowflakes and see if it looks better, which I think that it will. Okay, we have take two. This one's even floofier than the original. Yeah, I don't know. This is a very fuzzy yarn, so I don't think this is a good one for this project. So here we have our original, and here we have this other one with the 4mm hook. It's a little bit smaller, you can see that. It's also a lot curlier, so I don't like that either. And then this yarn's just a lot floofier. So she doesn't say anything about starching these or anything, but I feel like if you're going to make a garland out of these, you might want to starch them or do something else to them. They are a lot bigger than I thought. This one might work better because it's 100% acrylic. So let's try the other. It's still splitting. I don't like that. I hate working with yarn like this. It's like the strands are already splitting. It's not stranded up very well. It's just like twisted. I don't think I like this yarn. Let's try it with the white again. And then it had like these big bits of stuff in it too. So that was quite annoying. Okay, take three, and this one is a Bella Coco recipe this time. So I don't know if I like it better with the 4mm, although I was using a different yarn. So let's try 4mm with our original sparkly white and see what happens there. That's the best one so far. I think I like this pattern the best. So this is the Bella Coco one. I will link all three below if you want to try. This feels a lot stiffer as well than the floppy one. Here is a little floppy. This one is a lot better. It's still got kind of a picot at the top, but it's more like a star shape. So that's good. It worked better with this yarn. Don't buy the other yarn. The other yarn sucks. But this is just 100% acrylic. This is the regular big twist, I believe. So I don't know what's up with those other two. I don't have a problem with these fraying on me at all with the regular big twist. So that's good. What I could do is I could make snowflakes out of this and the pink, which might be nice. I could also try kind of alternating the snowflakes. Yeah, this one's just a little big. I'm sure there's a bunch of snowflake videos out there that we can try some more. So that's nice. It's been a nice relaxing day, getting used to my new hair, which is super short, but I don't know. I think the older I get, the more I like it short. Plus my hair is thinning at the top, so that it just kind of goes shrink, shrunk. I look kind of like Marge Simpson's sisters. So that's not really the look I'm going for. So I would rather have it short and sassy if I'm going to do that, especially with the pink. I have to redo the pink now in the back because now that we cut all that hair off, you can see the more blonde roots underneath. Having a very introverted week here without anybody in my house except the two dogs, which are already driving me crazy. For some reason, whenever my husband isn't home, I don't know if they're like extra protective or they're just waiting for him to come home, but the one dog paces back and forth or licks all night, and then I'm blind without my glasses, so I'm like squirting in the dark trying to hit her. Probably getting my husband's clothes all wet in the closet. And then Oreo is barking at the front door in the middle of the night. I already have to shut the doggy door or else he'd be outside chasing something and barking at 3 in the morning. And I don't really want to go out there blind and braless in my backyard. I feel very vulnerable at 3 a.m. in my backyard trying to hunt him down. So I shut the doggy door, but then he's like barking at the front door. So then I gotta like barricade the hallway. It's a whole thing. So I'm not sleeping very well. So I think it's good timing that we picked the chillest sit on the couch part of this month for this weekend. So yeah, gotta maybe take a nap on the couch or something. I don't know. I do have some coffee ice cream. That would be a nice little pick-me-up. Maybe we'll have some coffee ice cream. Okay, this one stretched quite a bit. I don't know if I can fit it on the whole board or not. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, I can. Well, that's good. This will be interesting. I don't know why I find this so difficult. We are back and it is time to start talking about the sachets. So the size that I liked doing was 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So we're not going to have enough of this one if we do that. I'm going to go through all of my scraps here and get a batch of these. Once again, we're going to want to do some Christmassy ones, so I'm not going to make a ton of these. And then what I'm going to do is make them 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and then we're going to be pinking the edges in the end. So don't worry about your edges not being clean, but they do need to be straight. I did here is I put the interfacing on, we've ironed everything, and I kind of grouped them by like color so that when I pick out my thread color, we can match it to what's going on here. And yeah, I just want the thread to really blend in to the pattern. I don't want the thread to really stand out. So let's take these to the sewing machine. Okay, this could not be any easier, folks. We are just gonna do a top stitch around the whole outside at a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. So what I'm gonna do, you've seen me do this before if you've been here for a while. We're gonna take some painter's tape, could be any color you want. I have a nice bright green that you can't see there, a nice bright green. And I'm just gonna put the line right on my 3/8 of an inch. It just kind of helps me do a no-brainer stitch here. So I'm gonna take my like colors, I'm gonna put them back to back, and we're gonna do a 3/8 of an inch. We're gonna start a little bit in here. We want to give ourselves enough space to stick in the funnel to put the lavender seeds, the lavender blossoms in. So I just want, let's measure this out. I just want like maybe 3/4 of an inch. So like that, just put maybe a little bit more than that. Just to put the funnel in. I have a really small funnel, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so we're just gonna start at that point and work our way around. So you back stitch, and then you just have to figure out at what point on your foot, is 3/8 of an inch. I went too far. So we know that it's probably right at the edge of that side of my foot, yes. One thing I forgot to mention is keep your colors out because you're going to have to sew the hole at the end. So try and keep track of what colors you used if you're making a lot of these in different colors. We are ready for the next step, which is going to be using the pinking shears, which are not great because I'm left-handed and these are right-handed pinking shears. I don't know, let me know in the comments if there exist left-handed pinking shears. I don't know. So I'm basically just going to go around the outside of this, lining up the pinking shears as I go. I'm going to have to do this in several batches because this is really going to hurt my hand after about 5 minutes. So I'm going to do as many of these as I can handle. Time to stuff. So this is how I get my lavender blossoms. It's from Cool Crafts. I get them on Amazon. So they come vacuum packed, which is nice because then you're not smelling all the lavender. And then I put the opened one in this little container, which is nice. I have this teeny funnel that fits in. The only problem with this funnel is that so it fits nicely in my little hole there, but the blossoms get stuck in here. Oh, I need a spoon. So I'm just gonna put the funnel in a little bit because we want room for the blossoms to go. You can also put something down on your counter if you don't want any miscellaneous blossoms to fall. And I just kind of bounce it up and down, move it around, get all the blossoms to go in. So that's the only problem with this one. And then you'll just get used to how many spoonfuls you can fit in there. I think I usually do 2. Just kind of move it around in there. And then you'll get to a point where it's full, but you can still close it because you're going to still need to sew this. So you want to leave enough space for you to be able to sew it. And then I just put that on it and we go to the next one. And we have all of our sachets, yay! So I didn't have enough room to put all of the lavender in the case, in the jar, so we're gonna have to put that in here as well. And I'm not kidding when I say I like triple bag these things. So I'm just gonna mix them all up willy-nilly. And lock them away. Oh, get all the air out, keep them as fresh as possible. That's another reason to not do these until you're actually going to give them away. To keep them as fresh as possible. And then I'm going to double bag them, put them in this Tupperware, and then I'm probably still going to have to put this Tupperware in another Tupperware. So that, like that. And I'll just keep making these as I have leftover fabrics. So I just kind of keep a stack of leftover fabrics with which to make these, and we just keep on rolling. Hey friends, so I blocked the Advent shawl, and it's actually way longer now than it was to begin with. So that's good because I was worried it was like going to be too short. And I was thinking of sewing like these two sides together, but I didn't really want to do that. So I'm very happy that it's an actual shawl length now, which is nice. So very happy with this. I'm going to put this away with the other two. And yeah, we're all done with that project. Hey friends, so that's a wrap on Christmas in July. Thank you all for joining me. It's been a real treat to have everybody here. A lot of interest and a lot of comments, so thank you all for coming here and spending time with me. And I hope that you all got some good ideas of things that you can start making for holiday presents. This week we did the crochet ornaments and the lavender sachets. So here are some of the lavender sachets. I've got a bunch of them. So we've got that one with the pinked edges. They're so cute. So you could also, I didn't mention this, but you could also add a loop or twill tape or whatever if you wanted to have a loop on there. I found it was just a little bit fiddly for me and I didn't really want to deal with all of that, so I didn't. But you are welcome to put some twine or twill tape or just a loop of ribbon, whatever you would like would be a nice touch to that. And we have our ornaments. First we made these ones. This turned out rather well. This one I did not like the yarn, as you heard. Not great. And then we made the Bella Coco one, which is a lot better. I like this pattern a lot more. I think it's stiffer, it's smaller, it works better. There are a million crochet snowflake videos out there, tutorials on YouTube, so just take a look and find one that you like. I might try some more of them and kind of mix and match different snowflakes. I'm probably going to have to get more of this yarn. This is the big twist yarn that I've been using for all of the Christmas ornaments. I liked the idea of doing like a light pink, and I do have a light pink in my bag, but I kind of like this sparkly one. I'm wondering if they have like a light pink sparkly or even a blue sparkly, or just a light blue would be nice with that, so that's good. We also tried out, this way? We also tried out the Christmas tree, and even though I did not do a trunk because I don't have any brown yarn, this did not turn out the way it's supposed to look at all. This is like an isosceles triangle, and it's supposed to be nice and tall like that, so I don't know what I did wrong, but I didn't really like the pattern. anyway, so I'm not going to make those. So I think I'm just going to stick with the ones we already have and the felt ornaments and make a garland out of that. And I'll probably try some different snowflakes and make like a little snowflake garland for the hallway, because I have mittens that I bought on a garland for the other kind of hallway. So I have another doorway that I can make a small garland of snowflakes. So that would be fun. So that's it for Christmas stuff for now. We're gonna get back to making some bags. So next week on Saturday, you will see me doing catch-up. We've got all the makeup pouches to make and the piggies, and I'll do a Q&A in there as well. And then the week after that, we are gonna start on the big push to make bags for the next craft fair, which is in November. So I've got tote bags to make, purses, zippy bags, crossbody bags, like you name it, we're making it. So I'll share all those with you in the months to come. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Thanks for joining me for this interesting experiment. And I hope to see you back here on Saturday. Love you, friends. Bye.